Albertville Mayor Lindsay Lyons and Economic Development Director Jerry Cofield recently attended the Global Retail Real Estate Convention presented by the International Council of Shopping Centers in Las Vegas, Nevada. Lyons said city officials have been going to the convention for the past 5 years. The two sat down with a reporter and spoke about some of the challenges of landing large retail stores and some of the progress that has been made.
In the last few months, we've had some recent developments that are very positive for Albertville. And it's based on Jerry and I that taking our job seriously and responsible in how we approach it. We had made a contact a couple months back, and we now have someone that this was a nationally recognized firm, and they work with these developers and major retailers. The gentleman has been to Albertville. He believes in Albertville, and that's what's key to this. When you have someone that plays and has relationship with the big players in the retail industry, with the developers and major retailers, that's what we've lacked for a long time in Albertville. And as Jerry and I have cultivated that relationship, there's a lot of positive movement going on behind the scenes, under the radar, I guess you could say. And we feel strongly encouraged about some recent developments. And we just feel like good movement is going to happen. There are some major retailers looking at Albertville now, where in the past they weren't. So we feel very, very strong about saying that hopefully, this will be the key to spur some major development here in the near, in the short term, and the long term future for Albertville.
One of the things that comes out of this convention brings together all the people that can make things happen, the developers, the retailers, and the people that want them to come to their community.
A lot of people, they always ask, well, why can't we just go get a Target? Why can't we go get a Barnes & Noble, some of those big box stores? Can you kind of explain the process and let people know what happens?
It is a process. First of all, you don't just call up Target and say, we want you to come to our city. Target works through developers. You very rarely get to go before a Target representative because they work through a developer. A developer will work with Target and work with a location to try to put something together. And then it becomes a matter of what does this location have to offer, and that's where we come in. When we bring our demographic information to the International Council of Shopping Centers and talk to those developers and retailers about what we have to offer.
Some people have asked, why do we spend money to send representatives to Vegas when the city continually says, hey, we don't have any money for this or other projects? How do you respond to that?
Well, let me say this. First off, it's you have to look at our city government as big business, okay? And that's essentially what we are, okay? And do the best that we can and provide services to the community. And one of those services is trying to obtain other retail establishments and other industries that would come with the jobs and so forth. That's part of our job too, and it's an investment. It's nothing more than that. And if we don't use some of our funds, which they're very minimal, by the way, if we don't use some of those to maintain a presence, as Jerry alluded to earlier, it's all about cultivating and developing relationships. And when the economy turns, then we're front and center with these brokers and developers and major retailers already. And it's very important that we maintain that presence because, as he said, if we're not there, they don't know that we're interested and we need and want them in Albertville, Alabama.